Ladies and gentlemen, SideStrafe back, and today I'm making first contact with BattleTech. And if you helped to fund this game on Kickstarter, then you should also have access to the single-player skirmish mode that I'm about to showcase. I believe you can also up your pledge to the $60 mark and get in right now as well, but I'll have more information in the description below. But for now, let's get to it. As you can see, we don't have multiplayer or mech lab options currently, nor do we have any settings, but it is still very early. I can tell you that the foundation so far, pretty solid.
Welcome, Commander.
All right, so here, we'll actually start down here. Mission settings, Lance value budget. Depending on what kind of mechs you want to play around with. We'll go big. Why not? This is your opponent. Your team. Map choices here. Mood settings, always good to have in a game. I think I'm going to do big lock, and then I'm going to make it rain. Yeah. Alright. Let's see. We can choose various Lance compositions here. But when doing that, you can also click on the mech and choose another if you want. But you got to keep in mind that value there so as to fit in with your budget. Various information here on the mech of choice, paper doll and whatnot. Looks like we can sort it by name and tonnage as well. And you can do the same for your opponent, or you can have it randomized, which is usually what I've been doing. And so I think I'll just keep it like that for now, so I don't know what I'm facing. But I think, you know what, let's just go in with this. Well, let's see, maybe I can switch this out. What tonnage do we have here? I'm not sure of all the options, but I gotta keep it in check. I think we're at 24.8 out of 25, so I'll just keep it at this for now. And I think that's it.
Commencing deployment. Mech warriors, prepare for combat.
Okay, so as this is prepping, this is Unity engine. Still very early. You may find the occasional hiccup or glitch, but otherwise not too bad.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, so here are our mech warriors, and camera controls, right mouse button, hold it. It's going to allow you to kind of just manipulate this camera, and you can zoom all the way in, which is nice. Obviously, these mech designs are from PGI's MechWarrior Online, conceptualized by Alex Iglesias. And as I've always said, BattleTech has never looked better. I guess they struck some sort of a deal where they could borrow the assets from PGI. And thank goodness for that, because again, the mechs are just phenomenal. So, you know, special thanks to PGI for that. But, you know, one thing I kind of want to point out too is you can see with this Orion, the mechs hug the terrain very well. You can see how he's on a little bit of the hill here, and the leg and the foot joint are in action there, are working properly to kind of hug that level of terrain. I like that attention to detail. Also, this music, absolutely fantastic. Great soundtrack, as you'll continue here. Alright, so first phase.
Standing by.
I'm just going to take my mech, maybe do a little bit of recon, scout around. Actually, we'll start with the Commando. And for the most part, this is, I believe, where your enemy's starting. These little dots tell you where you can go. It also shows you various levels of cover. So you'll see here there's a little tree icon. And over on the left-hand side it says Forest, reduces movement speed and line of sight, and provides cover, 25% damage reduction against range attacks to the front and side. Does not stack with guarded. If you're in the water, keep you cooler as well. So if you got a mech with a lot of firepower, it might be a good idea to get them into a lake or something. But for now, we're just going to... I'm going to take a look at my environment. I'm thinking maybe get us up here somewhere. And then you can set facing as well, depending on where you're at. But I love admiring the animations. They've done a fantastic job with them.
Waiting for orders.
The models are from PGI, but as far as I'm aware, most of the animations are custom. New sound effects as well. So our Atlas here, bigger mech, not going to be able to sprint as much.
Order acknowledged. Moving out.
And then bring our Orion up as well.
Acknowledged, Commander.
You've got your weapons loadout here that you can toggle on or off depending on what you want to fire. Enemy's going to take their turn now. Also keep in mind, I'm still learning the game. I don't know everything. I will most likely make mistakes. But hey, it's a video game. Alright, so they've moved. We don't have any contact yet.
Standing by.
Let's continue forward. I think I'm going to go maybe through here. Now you can see this puts me in marsh. Units within marsh receive 50% stability damage reduction from all attacks. Alright.
I'm there. Awaiting orders. Moving to position.
Now when you're sprinting too, that gives you an evasion bonus. So if somebody's trying to attack you, it's a little bit more difficult. One question that I had brought up was in regards to multiplayer. In a turn-based strategy game like XCOM, it's easy for a player to simply camp and provide overwatch and therefore succeed over somebody who is perhaps more aggressive and constantly moving. This game seeks to resolve that by having bonuses to movement with evasion and whatnot on top of all the cover that's provided within the title. So it's a lot different. Sitting around isn't necessarily going to provide you with victory. But I want to keep these guys together as much as I can, at least. And for now. This map seems to be a little bit larger.
I got a sensor trace.
Alright, sensor trace. No ID yet. We did randomize, so we don't know what they're going to bring to the party. And now we're in reserve mode. And this is another way that I believe they're combating issues with a lot of other turn-based strategy games. So select a unit or reserve your units to the next phase.
Waiting for orders.
So we can choose to do something here if we want, really. Like maybe if we want to ID this mech. But I don't know. I kind of want to get her over here. If I can. Oh, what was it? Kintaro? And we can also have her brace, which will end the turn. Remove unsteady and end your turn. Gain guarded 50% damage reduction against ranged attacks to the front and side, and entrenched 50% stability damage reduction. And okay, yeah, we'll do that.
Yes, Commander.
We can move Apex as well.
On the move.
Get her in the water. And of course, it's important to face. You've got your, just like in Mech Warrior, you've got frontal armor, rear armor. And she's going to brace as well. One thing I want to point out while we're doing this, I've never gotten to play tabletop BattleTech, so I don't know what that's like. I can't really make that comparison for you guys. Most of my MechWarrior BattleTech history is through the video games, all the way back to multiplayer BattleTech Solaris on America Online, up through MechWarrior 2, Ghostbear Legacy, Mercenaries, and so on and so forth. So, just so you're aware of that, I can't really say whether this is a faithful recreation to tabletop, but hey, when the creator of BattleTech is on board, harebrained schemes, that must speak for something. Oh, contact. Oh, he's taking shots. Some early damage.
My old mama can hit harder than that.
Not too bad, though.
Oh, look, we got more company.
Well, slap me silly and call me Sally. Alright,
What are your orders, Skipper?
now we can choose to return fire from this position. Looks like we didn't take too much damage. Now, of course, we can do movement, which is down here. These are your abilities. And if we wanted to get into cover, reposition, we could. We can also hit 1, entering fire mode. And again, you're going to have your weapons here, and it shows you the % chance to hit, which is not necessarily amazing at the moment. So, at least not with these. I'm thinking that if I take a look at my overall situation, we might be able to funnel this guy in since he seems to be alone. He's got some backup on the way, but if I can encircle them, that'd be pretty great. I'm going to go ahead, just for the sake of this demonstration, take a shot. Let's do 1. And I'm not going to use the lower percentage weapon systems. You do have to be mindful of your heat, although we are in the water, so as you can see here, water reduces movement speed and doubles a unit's heat sinking ability. So it's not going to be as bad. Well, you know what? Since we're in the water, why not? Might as well leave these on. If they hit, they hit. SRMs I'll save, though, because there is ammo.
Let's see what you got.
I'll take it.
I'm receiving you.
Now, the Atlas apparently has an 85 on the LRM-20s, but I think we're going to move her up. And again, maybe we'll keep these together.
Move order received.
And I'm protecting their right sides in case of a flank. And now, so we can... Let's see. You can see there's the heat generation. If I uncheck this, see how it removes that bit of heat. Also highlighting here, it tells you shot modifiers and whatnot. So we're going to let this son of a gun have it. That's satisfying. Gotta love it. Alright, now
Standing by.
we've got recon here. And you can see where we might be able to get some shots. Gotta be careful though, because often they can return fire. And so, gotta definitely use the terrain to your advantage. Could potentially get some high ground shots here. I'm thinking she's going to be there. We've also got special abilities per character here. Of course, with the reconnaissance mechs, you've got sensor lock. And that is select any target within sensor range, gain line of sight to that target, and suppress evasive and all movement defense modifiers it has. Lasts until the end of the current round. So you can choose to do that. I've got our
Commander.
Panther here that I'm also going to try to move into position.
Move order confirmed.
I really do enjoy the animations. There's a lot more movement in the mechs, like with the arms swaying and things like that. Alright, she's going to brace. Some of these I think are passive too. Precision strike passive when attacking with a single weapon, ignore cover and guarded on the target. Alright, he's moving. Oh, okay. Perhaps not too bad since we had her in brace. But I didn't really expect that. Always expect the unexpected. Alright, so what kind of a solution do you have here? We're going up 90%. Percentages are going up. And he's got his... He's turning towards us a little bit. As you can see here, if I move, some of our vision will be obstructed. The lines are very helpful. So I think...
I got you.
We're going to go ahead and engage.
I'm on him.
Ooh, SRM6 crit. Left arm destroyed.
Critical hit.
Nice.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, Wildfire. You can also see they show you missile arcs, so if you've got LRMs and you wanted to attempt to do indirect fire on some of these things, you can. Looks like they've also got an urban mech, and then the next one's some sort of 30-ton. See, as far as the Atlas, that would obstruct our vision. This pilot has multi-target fire weapons at up to 3 separate targets within your mech's current firing arc. Alright, so there's the heat on that, which if we weren't in the water, that would actually be probably a lot worse.
Roger.
Light him up. Left torso, center torso, he's down.
Destroyed.
Alright.
Commander.
Oh, hunchback. Okay. Now, we could potentially grab... I wonder... No, you can't get up to the trees, I don't think. I don't really want to put her there yet. What does she have? SRM4 and a PPC.
Waiting for orders.
Let's see. I kind of want to think about ways to perhaps get around these, but they haven't really fallen into my trap just yet. I don't want to put her in harm's way either, so... I almost think
Aye, aye.
I'm not going to do a whole lot with these yet.
On my way.
If they roll forward, I might be able to get behind them. Might be able to use him as bait as well. The hunchback is rolling in. Oh man, he's getting really close. Okay. Okay.
Standing by.
Let's see.
Rolling.
Get to that rear armor with the commando.
Confirmed.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and move Ozone up here.
Roger that, Commander.
And his passive, you gain guarded when remaining stationary, 50% damage reduction against ranged attacks to the front and side. A lot of dodges there, which I believe is because he potentially sprinted, and I think if you're sprinting, you've got that evasion bonus, which is why he didn't move and fire. He probably just sprinted, which because you can't sprint and fire. I think you can only move and fire.
I'm here.
All right, but he lost that bonus now. Move in the Atlas.
Confirmed. Looks like I'm a new target.
Yeah, he's gonna need a chiropractor after that one. Now, admittedly, the first few times I played this, the AI... well, the first match I played, the AI defeated me. And then I think the last match I played the other day, they defeated me as well. I won a couple. Generally, they're pretty good. This battle, I think I just have superior positioning.
Awaiting orders.
And I'm learning the game a little bit more.
Waiting for orders.
So that, of course, always helps. And I think... Okay, so they've got an Irby.
Quick stepping it.
Two Irbies. Well, I'd say this game belongs to us. Admittedly, the composition was a bit more in our favor. Again, we did put it at randomized. I think if you want more of a challenge, it might be best to just create the composition yourself. Otherwise, you could potentially get less threatening hostiles.
Standing by.
But they can surprise you, so you never know. I've got jump jets too. I guess I could show you that. I might do some things here that are a bit reckless just to showcase features. The game does have death from above. As you can see, if you do the jump in close proximity, if you look at the lower right hand corner, it says death from above or DFA. There's a 65% chance to do that. You have to keep in mind, though, that you will damage your legs. So it's really not the smartest thing to do at the moment. Plus, it would also put me in range of his backup. So I might save that for later. But I do want to maybe consider... Let's see, SRM and PPC.
Moving to position.
80% chance. Go ahead and light them up.
Giving him everything I've got.
Just a tickle.
Ready to rock.
as far as ozone is concerned.
I'm rolling. Here we go.
Obviously, some weapons are going to be better at range than up close.
Commander?
So you don't necessarily want to close in all the time. But I do want to show you guys the melee combat. Because yes, it's in the game. So, you know, we're going to have fun with this session.
Acknowledged. Engaging target.
Yeah, that Irby's seen better days.
I'm losing armor left and right.
Some good hits, though.
Aye, aye.
Alright, so what we're going to do here is... Death from above, it's 65% chance. It's not amazing. But let's see if we can pull it off. Execute a death from above attack using your mech warrior's piloting skill to hit. Removes guarded from the target and deals massive damage and instability if successful. Causes severe damage to the attacker's legs and incurs unsteady. So, again, all things considered, I probably wouldn't normally do this in a campaign setting where pilots carry over and whatever, but we're just doing this for the sake of the demonstration.
Death from above!
Oh, nice! And a knockdown. It is a success. Worth it. Pilot injured. Ooh.
I'm taking internal damage.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bug out after that, though. Although,
Commander?
let's see, we can move and shoot.
I'm there.
Now, you can also hit a mech while it's down, and then you're gonna get called shot, since it's knocked down. And, what does he have? Small laser and an AC-10. And then jump jets as well. So we could target the arm if we wanted to. Let's just do that. Get rid of one of the weapons. Right arm destroyed, right torso destroyed. I think that took out the AC.
Orders?
Ozone. We are going to move you up.
Copy that. Affirmative.
Let him have it.
I'm receiving you.
Wildfire. We can do an example of some long-range fire with the LRMs here.
Aye.
Pepper him with those missiles. This guy's getting back up. Oh, he's going for melee. Oh, right in the junk.
Internal structure damage.
follow up with a small laser.
I'm falling.
Oh, it knocked me down too. Never underestimate
I'm hit.
the urban mech. We're injured, so we're gonna need to get her out of there if we can.
Standing by. Standing by.
I don't want to stand her up though if we can. So again, just pay attention to these animations. I can return the favor. And I will, so engage, execute a melee attack using your mech warrior's piloting skill. 2 hit, removes guard and deals damage and instability if successful.
Move order confirmed. Ah!
Right in the knee. Lost guarded. Swing and a miss.
Commander?
You can have Mockingbird get into this fight.
Rolling. Tempo.
Center torso destroyed. Right into the drink.
Yep.
Alright. Let's show you guys a little bit more of that melee.
You got it.
Boom! Lost guarded, knocked down. Melee is a very much critical component to this game, I've found. And well,
Yes, Commander.
a lot of fun. Let's see, if I go here, I might have a shot. And again, just kind of paying attention to how the mechs hug the terrain. I love that. I really do. It's the little things that matter most sometimes in video games and in life. It's just all that attention to detail that I'm quite fond of. But anyway, we can do an attack here, which will give us a called shot, which I imagine is going to end things.
Roger that. Target confirmed.
Objective
Boom.
complete.
Done.
That's a kill.
You're damn right. Alright, so here is our after action report. Pretty basic right now. That was about 30 minutes of fun. I've played matches. I think my longest match was over an hour. If you're facing forces that are of equal strength, it can get pretty intense. I've had the AI hand it to me, but I think that's a good thing. You know, having strong AI is going to be crucial to this game's success in the single-player campaign as well as in the skirmish modes. But multiplayer should be very interesting as well. So this kind of just shows you our friendly forces, the damage that we took, whatnot. You can look at the enemy as well. See all the things that we had there. And there's a survey that I will do later. I promise. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see here, I think we've got a fairly solid foundation. Of course, this opinion is coming from somebody who hasn't played the tabletop, as I've mentioned, but I think that perspective is a good one to have because, as Mitch Gittleman once told me in an interview I did with him, he's the studio manager at Harebrained Schemes, mechs had fallen out of fashion, and I always remember that he said that, and I think it's time to show people that you can have fun with BattleTech again and MechWarrior. You don't have to be a mech enthusiast to enjoy this game. I was able to pick up this title on Twitch live in front of people with no tutorial. I didn't read anything about it. I just hit the single player button, got into it, and immediately I was welcomed with a user-friendly interface. I understood the buttons, I understood movement. the combat was really simple and straightforward. There's a couple of things that I forgot to do on stream, and I probably still forgot to do, especially with the Inspire ability here. But again, a little bit of a learning curve, not such a bad thing. I think this is going to be good for people used to the BattleTech universe and people that are perhaps just curious about it. Don't be afraid to try this one out. If you like games like XCOM, I even find this one to be a lot more welcoming, but not dumbed down. And I think devs can do that. I think you can make a great game without dumbing something down. And, well, HBS has a great track record anyway, so I'm not expecting any problems here. Again, anything that I could criticize would be simply nitpicking at this point. Although they are missing voiceover by yours truly, and, well, that's just unforgivable. There's still time. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I really hope that you've appreciated this presentation of the BattleTech beta. All the links you need to succeed can be found in the description below. And with that said, thank you so very much for joining me. I'll see you on the next one.